And you, I mean, amazing. You were born to, Chinese mother. I mean, she just introduced me as her mother because I mentioned that you were born Chinese mother. She asked, "Do you know who is her mother?" I said, "I don't know." I am. Oh, surprise for me. An American father, and you were born. You were raised up in Japan. Yes. Now you're based in Belgium. So Asian, the States, and Europe. Wow, I mean, I'm amazed. Not so many people have the privilege.
It's a big mix.
To be in so many places, popping up in so many places. So I would like to know about your a cultural identity. I mean, how would you like to identify yourself? Because I think this is a question that everybody, like your background, must ask yourself.
It's a great question. I also asked that myself. Where do I belong? Because I not belong, but where am I from and everything? Because even growing up in Japan. I wasn't Japanese, so I never identified as Japanese. But once we left Japan, I felt more Japanese than I felt American or Hawaiian. And everywhere I went, it just became this new evolution of who am I, where am I from, and what does it mean? And I still don't really know.
It's a struggling.
It's not really a struggle anymore. Mm-hmm. I think it was more confusing before, but now it feels just how it is, and now I'm in Belgium, and people think I'm American, and so I think it can be anything, and I feel very flexible and comfortable wherever I am, really. When I'm in China, I feel comfortable here. When I go back to Japan, I feel like home. But it's not really identifying with the blood always, but also with the language or with the people around and the cultures, all of that.
Yeah, I'm curious about your language capabilities. How many languages do you speak, by the way?
Fluently, I only speak two languages, which is Japanese and English.
Oh, really? Japanese?
Yes.
How many years did you spend in Japan?
I was born and raised there, and I moved when I was 12 years old.
Oh,
so
you spent my childhood?
Yeah, my childhood was there, and then my teenage years were in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Hawaii?
Yes.
That's why you made the debut with Honolulu Symphony?
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
And then from then, after high school, I've been studying in various other places. First I moved to Georgia in the States, and then I lived near Chicago, and then I went to Belgium. I'm unfortunately I cannot speak French yet.
But Belgium, they speak French there, right?
In Belgium, they have two main languages and one small part where they speak also German, next to Germany. But it's divided by the French portion, French-speaking portion, and the Flemish region, which is closer to the Netherlands, Dutch language.
Yeah. So you speak two languages, which is English and Japanese. They're totally different. Japanese, is quite influenced by Chinese. I would say some kanji, they're derived from Chinese characters. So which brings me to my next question about your music language, because you speak two languages. How about music language? How those different crosswinds of different cultures, backgrounds, has a print on your musical language, music making?
I think it's been very interesting, actually, coming back to China and preparing for the recitals, for example, some encore Chinese piece. And I feel like just because I've been influenced in my younger life, that I can do things a bit comfortably in the Chinese way, but at the same time, I had a Western musical upbringing. So musically, I've been trained really in a Western way, and now I'm living in Europe, which is also totally different from how they teach in the States. And there's a lot more background that is very close to the history, close to the Western classical music that we play in Europe. So, for example, with the composers and teachers, great people that you've heard in the textbooks. Actually, now I'm in Europe and I'm hearing, oh, that's my teacher's teacher, or oh, I have some notes on my score from the composer himself, and it's always like, wow, to me, still very surprising to know that actually it's not that far away. So I think it's really interesting to be able to have this little samples from everywhere, and that it's actually very much connected with all the people that we still interact with every day.